welcome back to Cutthroat Podcast. It's your girl Notorious Casey. What it do? I am joined today with my loved ones in honor of KT. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. To the right of me,
My sister, Camille.
J Tuck and Joe Tuck, KT the big brother. What up with everybody?
hi, I'm Tori. That's it.
Can't get the
Of
typical what up
what?
though.
Tori. Okay, that's your title. I accept that. We bike. We bike. We bake. We bake to honor KT. Um, it's very hard. I'm gonna try to keep it together. It feel crazy being here without her. And you keep saying that, man. I believe you. She come to me in different ways. I see her name more than ever. People named Crystal spelled the same way. Like, I ain't know that many damn Crystals. You know what I mean? 1111, constantly, constantly, out of nowhere. Yeah. Pull your mic close to you, Jay. Yeah, so they can hear you.
You pay attention to the numbers. It means something. And they come like when you pay attention and clear the tears sometimes, you see the signs. But it's okay to cry. But look around in a moment and look around. There's signs all around us. It could be a bird, it could be some numbers, it could be a song.
Songs.
Yeah. Yep.
For
Mm-hmm.
me, swear.
Yep. That's how it goes.
Mm.
Like I just look up and say tapped in. Just stay tapped in.
Mm-hmm. Hey y'all. I said I wasn't gonna ugly cry, but I'm a crybaby, and it is what it is. But
Shed them tears.
it was wrong. That goes without saying. She's missed. That goes without saying. We started this thing, you know, she was so ready to get back to podcasting. And I had took some time off from podcasting. I wasn't feeling it. Life got to me and I wasn't on it. But she brought me back and we would meet at my house on a regular. She stayed at my house. I would cook and we planned everything out and brought it to life. Told Tom what was up and it was a go, pretty much. 5 episodes. We record the one day I don't go out with her after we record. On a Wednesday. We record on Wednesdays. She like, you want some catfish? Come down here. Come on. I'm like, no, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna sit this one out because we have been heavy every time. We out here. I wish I would have went. No, I wish I would have went, but we recorded. And that next day, that Thursday, she had to work. We talked earlier that day. We always checked in. That's a given. How you feeling this morning? What's up? Whatever. You at work, doing your thing. Yup. She went to work that night. Business as usual. It's snowing heavily. It's a Thursday night. I get a phone call. When people that don't normally call me, I know something going on. My cousin called me, but like not like that. But you might want to check on your people. I heard it was some bullshit at Brownstone. I text her, hey, heard it was some bullshit. Hit me back. Tommy hit me. Casey, hers. Yeah, I'm on my way down there. Purim put shit on. Snowstorm. I don't get no fuck. Pull up. Shit taped off. My heart sunk. Hmm? I told him I'm her sister. You know, the young lady that worked the door, Crystal, is everything. Whatever happened, they're being transported to Freighter. They're not going to tell you anything. It's under investigation. You can go, but they're not going to tell you nothing. I inboxed Jay ASAP because he probably don't know what the fuck going on. I still to this day don't even know. Did you hear it before I even hit you? I was the first person to tell you.
Yeah, it's a blur. When the first communication start coming through,
Mm-hmm.
like people start reaching out to me
Mm-hmm.
messenger at first.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never had messenger in my life. Up
Mm.
until right now, I ain't never had messenger. So eventually I checked to see what was up. You know what I'm saying? Log in mail in the browser.
Mm.
In the inbox, you got to click select website version or whatever. Um, yeah, I'm almost positive you're the first person to say something. And you were telling me, I guess, what you heard from somebody else, third person.
Mm-hmm. Because my cousin hit me.
And from there off top, I was trying to keep you calm.
You
Find
were.
out what's
You
going
were. You
on.
was
Try
like,
to speak
I ain't believing none of
positivity.
that. You was like, stop that. Clear your head. Don't talk like that. I was panicking. I was to get down there and see it like that. Crush me.
Ooh.
The one time I didn't go with her. The one time I said, no, I'm a chill. She was amazing. She is amazing. That girl was so talented. And I learned that over the years. These past couple years, it's only been 3 years. I ain't known KT. KT ain't no long time friend of mine. She came to Real Bar Talk as my replacement when I got pregnant with Kai. I'm like, who? Who replacing me? Tori introduced us. Who? He like, her name KT. You gonna meet her. She cool. I gotta see this for myself. She came through
We appreciate y'all embracing.
instantly.
Enjoy about control.
You a tourist? Yep, it's on from here. She did. She did.
Very opinionated,
Um,
live personality, you know what I'm saying? And she vibed with y'all. She appreciates y'all embracing her. She was looking forward to every takedown, every airing, every episode. You know what I'm saying?
at the
All
when
talk
I
to the
came
cutthroat.
back, I'm like, we gonna keep her. She's staying, Tori. Mhm. 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 I'm like, excuse you. You still got a co-host here. Just cause I didn't have a baby now. I'm coming back. No, but it was love. She just fit. Not it didn't take a lot of convincing now. Once we had that event at the place on North Avenue. Mm-hmm. Yep. We was on damn, what is that place still open? What was that called? Right. Some dude, a dude from Riverside. I had on that. Damn. On 59th and North by Associated Bank. Was that or was it? Am I wrong? Are they? Oh, I'm sorry. Scene one. There you go. Scene one. Scene one. It's not open no more. Mm-hmm. Me too. Mm. She did. I swear they used to get on my nerves. Oh my god, I do not want to hear about y'all fighting. I swear they was like rah, 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 all the time. Tori, you know, she texting me, then he texting me, then I'm in the middle, like, oh, shut up. Can't we all just get along?
It's tough to get on somebody's nerves if you don't care about them. If they ain't no stranger, you know what I'm saying?
Child, they
That's
used
something
to
I
get
done
on
learned.
my nerves. And that's what y'all did. She was a mess. She used to do some shit. I will admit. We all do though. But I'm gonna defend her. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. 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 Mhm.
at the ugly foot fight and just cleared the air because we were really mad at each other. We stopped talking to each other really though. There was no reason for me to stop talking to her or me to stop seeing her. Obviously, me and her were are two very, strong willed type individuals. So
Get on my nerves.
she couldn't do anything about it. She tried.
God, I used to be like, Tori, please,
Yes,
just hear her out this time.
Yep, she would do that. And then she would advocate for her, which I'm sure she would advocate for me too, but neither of us is stubborn.
As hell. Oh goodness.
Yeah,
She like, nope, I ain't coming back. Nope, fuck that.
How many times did she say she wouldn't come
I ain't coming back.
And
then
then
call me.
How many times did I fire her and then get back?
Oh my- Listen, we always got fired.
Casey, go off the podcast and then turn around. It's time to record.
Where is KT? Like, I thought she was fired, and I thought I was fired.
Like, where is Casey at? Because Casey was a unique personality. That's what stuck out.
Mhm.
With her, and that's why I wanted her to step in
Yes.
when Casey went off to have child. I'm like, you don't be dumb. I was like, this girl, she got a unique voice.
I was like,
Take it
let
slow.
me see.
Irreplaceable, 2 hands for it.
I
You know what
swear
I'm saying?
to
She wasn't 1
God.
hand, boy, she was 2 hands.
Man,
She
listen.
had no
Three.
associates. She had no associates.
3.
She didn't have no associates or no bachelors in petty. She had a master and a PhD in petty. You know what I'm saying? They take one to know one. You know what I'm saying? So like, we can be a handful. You know, even though we're extraordinary, we're still human. So we all have our days, ups and downs. But the most is the love. She's irreplaceable. She's never die. I'm gonna keep her legacy alive like she's still here. We don't stop.
It
I don't
don't.
even like how everything went. Like, I ain't in that like.
And I used to mess with it because I'm like, you got a story for every fucking thing. Every time somebody say something, you got a story. She would crack jokes, and then that's what a thing I love about her. Because she did a lot. Hilarious to make fun of me for being a person.
But we not. She didn't used to like all them lesbian jokes. Who?
Who made the lesbian?
You.
I called her fruit one time.
One time. Maybe 50 every episode.
She was making fun of my profession. Call it, I like
So you call her fruit.
I knew how to push each other.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Push each other's buttons.
Oh, yeah.
That was them.
We would sit right across from
And
each
she
other
like-
be in the middle.
She like, it ain't all about women all the time. I like men too, nigga. Don't come at me like that.
Yeah.
I ain't even with her. I ain't even with her no more. No, put you in your place. Ate that. I ain't even with her. I don't talk to her no more. Now,
Nobody think our jokes is funny. She got it.
listen.
Everybody was checking out Shelly, bro. Everybody was.
Who is Shelly? Oh, was that the thick girl that had came in here? Oh, okay, yup. I was like, I remember her. My bad. I remember her. We followed on that one. My fault. Yeah. Y'all see my shirt? Guess who made this shirt?
Now, long live KT.
Look, guess who made this shirt? Quit playing with me.
Overhead Threads representing
Uh-huh.
Team Overhead.
Guess who made it?
Don't say that too loud. 'Cause
Who
she might
made
actually
that?
start doing it.
Give them the info on my shirt.
Mr. Artsy made that shirt. That's the moniker I go by when when I'm in creative mode. I used to do a whole bunch of rap music under the moniker Mr. Silk G, but wised up and it was time for a rebranding, so I started calling myself Mr. Artsy. And yeah, my original goal was to start a record label, entertainment media company. So to finance it, I had to come up with some other hustles. So I taught myself how to make shirts and logos and hoodies, and here we are. So that's a product that I made for Casey. She wanted me to throw the blade on there for the cutthroat appeal, which I did. And hoping she liked it. And it seems like she does. So here we are.
Good for him.
And if anybody else, anyone out there in
Good for him.
podcast land, reach out. Holler at me. I'll make you some.
Thank you, Ron. Nick said bye, Tori. Walking. Tennis ball. Y'all still call her tennis ball?
Yeah.
She ain't no tennis ball. Y'all see the
Nobody.
box? She
I know.
she cut her
When
hair.
she first cut her hair.
She cut her hair to start over, and her fro grew instantly though. Like Nick got some locks on her. She got locks now, like locks. That's why I said. She said I got a bad hair day. I said, how you got locks? I don't think
I was
that
thinking
y'all
the
could
same
ever
way.
have a bad hair
I was trying to
day.
get me a little retwist before I
You
came
did.
out show, but I ain't
You
a good time.
Oh,
Because when
well.
we get crispy, you know. it be-
Oh, there you go.
you
Oh, that's
it
like
be
in a haircut?
yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Nah, retwist don't make it break nothing.
Hey, Dream. No. What else you got to say?
I'm glad to be here. I appreciate y'all having me. Appreciate y'all rocking with my sister. I apologize for being on the late
You
show.
ain't gotta
I'm glad I
apologize
made
for
it.
that. I'm
Just
so
saying, on the
glad you
strength, on
made
the
it.
front.
I'm glad both of
Thank
y'all made it. I'm glad my sister here. I'm glad I had a support system that I do have because this is major. You know, it's just like getting pounded back to back to back. Here come my nephew, my cousin Candace. That was back to back. KT did not let up. That girl used to be at my door like, and then I'm like, who the fuck am I? Like, you gotta learn her not. She not like the police. That's KT. Look, that's KT. All right, open the door. All right, open the door. Bottle in hand. We. It's a lituation. We didn't spend holidays together. Birthday together. We were supposed to be in Miami for our birthday this year.
You go on the trip that she wants to?
That's why she wanted to go back. With me.
I'm still hearing certain people.
I know who was on that trip.
I know some of the people that I just be hearing more and more as time goes. Like some people I know personally, I don't know what. I'm just staying observant to them.
Same. 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 But I'm gonna talk to you because I wish you hadn't said something out loud. I'm gonna tell you.
No doubt. That's when you ready.
Yeah.
I'm trying to step on my toes. I do want to know what's going on. A lot of people ain't came to holler at me and
justice for her. And if his name is out there, it's rewards out there.
We did the extra press release for Crime Stoppers.
You the one who sent that to me first. Then Kaisha sent it to me too. After you sent it to me, did you get that?
What?
To go down the.
It was a press conference.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of two people told me about it.
Because Kai told me she told me.
But yeah, I wouldn't think.
I couldn't.
I'm overlooked this at home. And I got reservations about a lot of stuff. We've seen a lot transpire even before her situation. Like my family went through a lot. Friends and family went through a lot. Everybody be going through a lot. We all up under the same sky. Everybody plays with the same problems, whether they want to admit it or not, or whether they can identify it based on the frequency of their own. You know what I'm saying? They got their third eye open or not, and all of that. So, I'm gonna keep mad. People trying to invite me, like, play certain games, but I really ain't in the mood to play. I ain't just trying to follow whatever narrative somebody throw out there. You know, if it don't feel right, I'm just gonna go with the player. I wasn't raised like that. You know what I'm saying? One of my quotes, leaders over bosses. This is often I say, spirits never die. Spirit over ego. I'm always saying on purpose. Soundbites I'm known for. These hashtags I'm known for, and I'm mean. Like, these are convictions that have grown with me, and I say it like I say it with a purpose. You know what I'm saying? There's a real lot of energy behind all of that. We just everything's just one day at a time.
That's all I tell people, and I appreciate everybody inboxes. I still get inboxes. I still get people checking on me. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all. I cope the way I cope. You know what I mean? I just started going back out. I don't even go out like that. Like it don't feel good to go out without her. So y'all see me out, what up? You know, I ain't being funny acting. I'm probably just in my zone, you know, just trying to get a quick drink, whatever. Fuck up out of there. Like I went to Steph invited me down to Elevate, you know, for her brother that passed stuff. I went down there, skated up out of there, just mm if it don't feel right, I gotta go. You know.
Stand on that. Boundaries matter.
Yeah,
Haters
your
are haters.
gut.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta go with your gut.
Straight up. Boundaries matter. Set them up beforehand. Stay ready, don't get ready. And people make you feel like a guilt trip you for your boundaries as if they're to keep people out. When in my opinion, boundaries are to keep your peace in, your inner
Yeah.
peace. You know, so can't force no empty cup. You gotta inner peace is sacred.
You're right, Keegan.
Yes.
Personal perspective is sacred.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't got that foundation, you're gonna blow in the wind.
That's gonna be on balance. So that inner peace is on. You gotta set them boundaries. 'Cause like you said, you've been through a lot, and like you said, everybody been through a lot. So you can't keep pouring into people without pouring into you.
And everybody keeps saying it, and I'm
It
like,
means something. You're gonna start learning your boundaries when you get hit like this. I'm surprised you ain't learned them boundaries yet.
I'm trying, and it's coming to me. I swear.
It knock
I've
you
I've
back.
been feeling a little bit like everybody that reach out to me. I don't feel like I have to connect with you because that shit could be fake. You know, like
I mean,
I
obligated
don't
for
know
nothing but what you
you from a
obligated
can
for.
of paint. You
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? They wanted to do news. The news wanted to interview me. All different outlets coming to me. I'm like, I can't do it.
Everybody
Hell
different.
no.
Some people
I'm like,
can,
no,
some people can't.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it when Buka at the that just poured out of me out of nowhere at the visual, I, in the middle of the street. And I don't even go on 44th and Center. You can't pay me to go down that street. Nah, fuck that. I ain't, nope. You can't pay me to go back to Brownstone. I ain't apologetic about that. I'll never go back to that place. Ever. Ever. The last time, that was the last time. The night we was there. And I barely got to connect with you that night. But you know what I'm saying? It was hectic. It was still fresh. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't believe I was there. Like, what? Why we here? For this fuck shit? And that's what the fuck going on. It's being controlled. It's already was controlled from the get go.
I left out the house at night. And you told me to come home. You go check on my sister. Nobody.
They kept telling you to go check on her.
I wasn't receiving no messages from I wasn't receiving messages from people that I was dealing with on a day-to-day basis. I ain't know everybody, but we tapped in enough, you know what I'm saying? Where I was expecting to hear something from, just a certain group of people, but I didn't hear from those people until the next day after the sun came up. It was just her immediate, from you to her co-workers and everybody. These people I don't know. I don't have no rapport with these people.
I
Everybody's
know.
just saying the same thing. You go check them. What specific? Cool. You the one that gave me the most specific.
I had to, and that's not something that you ever want to bring to somebody. Every single time something happened to my loved ones, I get a crazy ass call. Camille called me about my nephew. And the sound in her voice, I knew some wrong. It's that instant. Like, cause we don't talk every day. That's why I said when these certain people call my
Them hours
phone,
because it was early. So
like, yeah, okay, gotta answer. Hello. And that other sound of, and they said,
I don't even think I talked. I don't even
no,
think I was talking.
you were crying and couldn't barely say his name. All I heard was Buka crackle, and I knew, yeah, yep. So to get pounded on, pounded on, pounded on, that was my first baby.
Oh, and record check.
Is
Real
my first
sisters.
baby.
Like, not
Like,
just, don't say we play sisters, like real sisters.
it just, I don't know, but it's a lot of stories going on as far as Crystal. I'm hearing shit. Obviously, Jay hearing shit. I want it to cease unless motherfuckers got some real knowledge and somebody can bring this bitch ass nigga to the forefront. I'm tired of hearing shit. We know who the fuck it is. We know what the fuck going on, and we not stupid. That's all I'm gonna say. Especially no.
And somebody like something.
I wish I knew what's going on.
Hmm.
I definitely don't feel stupid, but I definitely don't know what's going on. It's a lot of things. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know who playing. And I ain't even trying to point fingers at flesh and individuals. So from Ephesians 6, when it comes to all of this, you know what I'm saying? You're in a war with flesh. You're all at war with wicked politics. And, you know,
You
people
always
that play
say politics
the
too.
wicked spiritualistic game and try to hide, throw rocks and hide. To each their own. I ain't not, I'm not nobody's preferences how they get down. But when people come on my doorstep like that, and I watch my parents go through something major. Like we came from nothing, came from sons, and we got with a nice little company, but
Man, okay.
everything crumbled. And there was something hiding in the shadows, trying to shut everything down. So my parents divorced. I never hit her before. She never called me truth. They divorced, and ended up losing the company. This is what we all did for a living every day. Family-owned business. One of the most successful
She told me about
staff
that. All of
agencies,
that.
not just
Told me
black-owned staff
about all of
agencies.
that.
But yeah, we
Yes.
started on Sherman Fond du Lac, for the hood, by the hood. Close enough to make a difference was our initial slogan. Just plugging, 8 times and people from the streets who couldn't get a fair shake out here. We came from the bottom, that's what we catered to. And then after getting successful, we moved downtown and started, dabbling in other type of professional accounts, and so that we could stay afloat and keep up with the big dogs. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know, like, somebody else coming up with the narrative. Where the
That's what
surveillance
I'm
footage at? I
saying.
can't just go down to
That's
crime office and be cool with all that. I got a certain indoctrination. I got a problem with crooked cops. Like, I don't bite my tongue about that. You know what I'm saying? I got a problem. I got a serious problem with crooked cops. Because they be out here moving like their immunity is on a whole another level. And that they had their backs against the ropes a minute ago. I wasn't a part of no political movement from the national level. Everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? I could say I'm even picking sides. That's what the narrative is. That's what was going on.
We fight all sides.
Everybody's talking about defund police and all of that. I didn't ever sign on that or whatever. But I'm observing what's going on from coast to coast. And time changes. You know, the main people that was on the front line, they facing legal cases and all types of stuff.
Some of us still out
Everybody,
here.
like, they turn around and flip the script on everybody.
I do it too.
Demonize, but the same people that they tell and mad out in the front. You know, raising the
Some
brand
of us
up.
still out here though.
If you don't
We
play,
just
you
in
know
the
how it
wind.
goes, it's political.
You gotta
you-
know how to play
Mhm.
chess. You gotta understand like politics. You gotta understand.
You got a slogan on
You gotta
politics,
be
Jay.
free, you know what I'm saying?
So
If
like
that's
I
your
do it.
arena.
I do it. I do it
Mhm.
all. So I like. I'm an activist. I fight police community relations, but I fight gun violence, and I'm on the official city council for the city of Milwaukee to go over the police community relations, to go down the line with the police and their standard operating procedures. And I'm happy to say, like, with the activists and like really putting our foot down and strategically, because it's a game of chess, we was able to get no chokeholds, no exceptions. It used to be with exceptions. You know, every time something happened, it's that exception, right? Yeah, so we got that out of it. You know, so you gotta protest, but you gotta change that legislation. You know, when we be chanting, when we be protesting, change
Yeah.
them laws.
Yeah.
You know
People
what I'm
like
saying?
and
So you
me
gotta
that
be
are
about it.
People who are actually passionate and want to be in that arena for like choice is free will. But once you're in it, you're subjected though, because the brain is already set up before we got here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
So
it's
just how you
chess.
see it is negative.
It's just chess, though. It is.
Ain't
It's
no
a dirty
difference in
game.
chess. Chess is a game of war.
It is,
You
though.
know, you got bishops in there, but bishops don't hold a gun.
But I like to say I'm everywhere. I'm like a ninja in the night.
We at that point where we gotta call it out. Like,
But we do got to
ain't
stand
nobody talking
up.
about sexism. Like sexism is almost more prevalent than racism. It's cancel culture. If you don't agree with everybody else saying, they try to turn your mic off, turn a deaf ear to you. Outcast. You know, I'm one of them people that's standing up and saying, you know, like sexism is a huge issue. But I'm very spiritualistic. I don't cancel out the Bible. I feel like it was edited, but I don't cancel out the whole thing. I still get fruit from it. Like I'm not like I'm even Islamic.
You trying to go
The
down a
same,
rabbit hole.
the same though, the same though. And
It's
KT
like
was
all
the
pieces
same
to a
way.
puzzle.
She believed the same thing because we talked about being preachers' kids and how the Bible was, you know what I'm saying, like
Missing stuff.
no, like forced on us basically,
Yeah.
like you know how we grew up, and
And spiritual.
when you grow up, you start venturing and you see other things and you read other
That
things,
was
and
demonized when we grew up.
so
Yeah.
When you force fed, it takes a moment for something to grow on you because you got to get it on your own when you get older. You know what I mean? But yeah, you say the Bible is whitewashed. I think it's more so. I think it's even more so washed in sexism. You know, for real. Like,
That too. But yeah.
even the chessboard, the game of chess is over when the king gets killed. I'm not one of the people that think that the dude's supposed to be sitting down and they supposed to be standing up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Take a load on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I believe we need to identify those women matter. Like they should identify as killers too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. There's only one sky if you ask me, and everybody plays by the same stuff. I ain't one of them people that you'll ever hear say, I hate Milwaukee. I don't care what happens. From hell or hot water, you ain't gonna hear me say that. You know what I'm saying? I represent for real, like straight up. I've been here since 1991, got embraced, and I embraced back. A couple of people on, I guess they act like they don't like me, and like me like that. But, I ain't tripping. Everybody got their own preference.
Who the fuck wouldn't like Jay? Who the fuck
I mean,
wouldn't like
who
Jay?
I don't think there's one person in the world that's like and love like this.
You know,
Everybody.
hey, I said that
Who
too.
needs to
Cause
be?
I, you know what I'm saying. I know motherfuckers hate me.
But you
I
know-
know it.
but you
I know
that
it.
it's something wrong
Motherfuckers then
with
wish
them.
death on me.
Like when it's somebody
So-
cool who everybody just get along with, and then somebody be like, I don't like it.
And you be
You
like,
be like,
what?
oh, come on
That's
with
what I'm
your
like,
ass.
right? Like, how you don't like Jay?
So, it's like same people who came up with the
TT
chess-
said my
the chess
brother be
game.
talking his shit. Look.
Same type of shit. What did it say? What up, T? What's our comments? I can't see it on the screen.
He pulled it up on that screen. He
My
said my
brother
brother
be
be
talking
talking that shit.
What
Go
up, T?
ahead, Jay.
No doubt. You already know. Love,
Jay trying to take us down the rabbit hole.
love. I be in the
We
cut.
can talk about
So,
all that stuff, man.
Y'all
Yeah,
invited
so
me
that
here.
was a word.
Appreciative. Gotta say a few things.
No, I really wanted to because you are a person.
That's the only
You
sibling I've ever been told.
and
I
and
have
listen,
since I was born.
and she and I had that special relationship. I have a big brother. He all I got.
I was there when she came home from the hospital back in 1990, and I was there when she left out the house. Came in my room and watched The Wiz with me. She was geeked about her new little leopard
Black
coat.
Wiz.
She wanted to model it. in my
Was it the
mirror.
Black Wiz?
That's the only Wiz. Those
Okay,
are the Wiz of the vibe.
okay,
The Wiz
okay.
with Michael Jackson, Diana
Yep.
Ross.
Okay. There we
Yeah,
go.
She came in there and watched it with me, and
Oh.
I put on a Dolph video to show her coat reminded me of the coat Dolph wore in one of his videos, Rest in Power. You know me? And she parlayed with me. I let both dogs run rampant through my room that day. They
Rocco.
gotta stay in the other room.
You still got Rocco?
Yep, I still got Rocco.
Her
I had
baby.
Django too for the longest.
Yeah.
And then I eventually let one of her friends take him once she had a place to take him, because that's what really brought him around.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I still got Rocco.
How Rocco doing?
Caretaker, that's my dependent. He eats more than me.
we
Drink more water than me. Run into them kiss pads like
we
that.
need to get some funds going for Rocco ass. He over there eating. I'm gonna make Rocco some steak.
If he was a little more trained, I would have brought him with me.
He good. She was like, I'm gonna bring my dog over there for the girls. Ask Kalia, do she want the dog to come over? We was on FaceTime. I put the camera on Puda, my oldest daughter, y'all know that. I put the camera on her. She was like, is your dog white? She was like, no, he ain't white. She was like, well, no. She said, I want a white dog named Ella. KT said, oh, okay. Well, I'm on my way. She was not going, okay. Man. I miss my boo.
It's been tricky. It's been a rough road. After you and a couple people told me what happened to him, when I left out the house, and like it started snowing, as soon as I opened my front door to go get in the car to head down to Brownstone,
It was a damn snowstorm.
with
that
no traffic out, with nobody outside on the porch walking. I ain't seen cars coming down the road. As soon as I left out our neighborhood and I got to the first main street to head downtown, there was just a cop parked at the corner, an SUV. And I just always, my first thought was, oh, when I pull from the stop sign, is he gonna get behind me? Is she gonna get behind me? And then, I couldn't just stand there and have a staring contest. So eventually I pulled off from the stop sign and they made a U-turn instantly, like my job's done. Whatever. I don't know what that was about. It gave me a weird feeling. Went downtown. I had to stop at the gas station, get a little gas. Pulled up, seen the yellow tape. 2 cop cars parked right in front of it. Sitting in the driver's seat.
That shit was all blocked off.
Parked like that. I walked in between them, had my license already out. You know, because I didn't want to startle them when I walked up to their windows. I'm like, this is who I am. I'm looking for such and such. And my sister heard something happen. What's going on? They act like they didn't know who I was talking about. They asked me to repeat her name a couple times. They asked me to show her pictures.
I showed the picture
Gallery,
too.
social media. showing it to both
Same. I was like, I'm her sister. And
It's like, no, we don't know who that is. We never heard that name before. But if there was anything that happened to anybody, they were taken to a hospital. They didn't even tell me Freighter. They just said they were taken to a
he
hospital.
told me
So,
Freighter.
good luck. That's all I
Exactly.
can tell you, but nobody can get
Nope.
history. They went right back to looking at their tools like they seen the picture.
Mm-mm.
But which that's another problem too, that they had to go all the way out to Freighter. That's another issue too, all the way from down there.
That's what I.
Act like they knew what I was talking about. I'm peeping their
He
vibe.
definitely
Peeping their vibe.
knew.
I'm peeping their vibe. Like,
It's because they don't have, so that's part of the stuff we do, like in the community. I do so much. I don't, and it seems like I do everything, but I do everything. Like literally, one of the problems is that it's not the gun people ain't at the other hospital. So unfortunately, a
The
lot of
gun
shit
people.
happened. The gunshot like the surgeons for gunshot
Oh,
the specialists like who can handle the serious wounds.
they're not in every hospital.
No,
trauma,
and a lot of people
trauma
don't. The
specialist.
trauma,
Well,
yeah, the trauma doctors,
Like when
they
I was
out
getting
there.
County hospital, county hospital, just like
Mhm.
the heart hospital.
Yeah.
St. Joseph is one of the Navy hospitals.
Right.
I mean,
So
those are just
that's
names.
why
Right.
everybody go to
Yeah, but it
Freighter.
don't
Every
make
place got
sense
their
though
specialty.
because look at where Freighter
All
is
the way
at.
from all the coast.
So what they'll do is take them to a hospital in the city sometimes to stabilize them until
I
they can
hope
get them
not
out
St.
to
Joe's.
Freighter.
Based on
Don't
that.
take
Yeah,
nobody to St.
so-
Joe's.
So that's something a lot of people don't know that, and people need to know that because the more people that know things, then the more we can like fight and counter stuff too. People not aware of that.
No, I'm not saying, I don't know if it's still like.
No, it
Asia
is like
said
that.
it's
No,
the
I'm
trauma
telling you
team.
it
Asia
is.
said it's the trauma team.
Yeah, I work with all of them, and that's what it is. So yeah, they have to go all the way out there. Yeah, it's still the same.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Keep saying
St.
that
Joseph's
shit, we
practically
can fucking-
empty.
You don't know what's going on.
Right
Fuck
in
you
the middle
doing
of the
here?
city.
Like that's why that's news to me.
So
I
St.
didn't
Joseph
know.
is practically empty.
So if I'm on Capitol and I get shot, they are not gonna take me to St. Joe's
No.
or St. Mary's.
They might to stabilize you, maybe. Otherwise, they're gonna take you out
All
there,
the way to
all
Freighter.
the way out there.
Probably
Yep.
a couple factors. They gotta consider how many beds available. They gotta deal with dispatch.
But they can't. They don't have no trauma doctors at the other hospital.
If you got a fighting chance, I think more than likely they always. gonna
My
try to
friend
get you
Bree
to
Bree
Freighter.
said
If you got a fighting
Freighter
chance to make
is
it
a
there,
level 1 trauma center. They get most of those types of patients. Ashley Cousin said Freighter is the number 1 trauma center in Wisconsin.
it's one of the.
I ain't
top
lived in Milwaukee for
in the
18
country.
years.
One of the
That
top
shit not
hospitals
gonna
in the country.
change depending on the
Freighter and
severity of the
Children's
gunshot.
Hospital.
Oh, depending
Up
on
in
the
Milwaukee.
severity of the
saying.
They'll
gunshot.
stabilize them, and then if they could just stabilize them, but if
They'll
not, they'll
keep you there.
stabilize them and then send them out to Freighter.
Those 2 other people got graves, if I'm not. You know, they just got
But if it's
graves.
a serious gunshot wound, they sending them
And
right
he
to
told
Freighter.
me, he said,
They're not gonna
everyone,
go
he
down.
said they got
Yeah, it's
transported.
still the
He
same.
said they got transported to Freighter.
Like a lot of people been like that's like one of the issues. Like it's so many issues in this city. A lot
So-
of people know, but a lot of people don't. So like a lot of them people in the medical field, they know that. A lot of people in community who work with health equity, you know, for our black people, we died 20 years earlier than white people. So like in the inner city, and part of that is because of all of these different factors. Like we just don't have the same healthcare in the city. Like not just the trauma, just everything all across the board. So it's stuff now in place, but we'll
Bottom
see.
line is, Buddy could have told her fucking brother where she was at.
Right.
At least, why act like this ain't the right place? Okay, he may have not been able to go into detail, but he could have at least gave something like he gave to me. I told him, and I had the picture up. You know, he told me, he was like,
Did they tell you where?
everybody. No, they didn't tell
This is
him.
the first time I'm hearing a hospital
They
name.
told me they were transported to Freighter. If that's her, that's what he said. If that's her, they were transported. And I was like, they, because I only heard about her. I didn't know anything about no 2 other dudes being grazed by bullets. So I was only checking on one. He said they. So I'm like, damn. So it was more people. So I'm even more fucked up. Like, who else was it? You know, like, fuck.
Yeah, they just
And
told
and
me
then
it
she
was a
didn't
hospital.
hit me back. So I knew it was her. Because we all, No matter what, even if she at work, it take a little minute. And she gonna hit me back though. So
When did y'all like no that night or in the morning the next day?
For me personally, after I spoke to those two cops trying to get the word on my sister and act like they know who she was, and they went back to looking at their phones like they was done with me, and told me I couldn't get access. I just went back to my car and just sat for a minute, just wait, waiting for
that same night
waiting
we
for
talked,
familiar
right?
calls and texts. This the night that they
That
said
Thursday
whatever
night.
happened to her.
Right.
After
Okay.
you and a couple other people hit
Okay.
me while I'm chilling at the crib, still watching the Wiz or whatever I was doing, like telling me something happened to my sister, I need to go check on her. So after I talk to the cops, I go sit in the car waiting on familiar texts, familiar calls, because I know a lot of people. I don't know everybody, but I know enough people to where I felt comfortable. Like my phone should ring or should get text from somebody in particular. Like I know a lot of DJs, I know a lot of bartenders, I know a lot of owners and moguls, I know politicians, I know street cats, I know a lot of people, in this city. I'm tied in the way I'm tied in. It might not be the most tied in, but I'm tied in enough so I felt comfortable waiting. And I ain't get that, you know what I'm saying? So then when I was like, skip it, let me just go figure out which hospital she's at, because they didn't tell me which hospital to go to. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I'm sorry I didn't.
What
I didn't
happened?
tell
You
that
didn't
because-
necessarily know you needed to tell me. We just trying to figure out what's going on with
And
Crystal.
you told me get off that shit. You was like, he was the most positive person, and
You gotta speak life. I wasn't
Nook
finna
was.
claim death on my sister.
I was in a rage. Like
I don't
Nook
care
was
what
on the
nobody else
couch.
talking
Like, what you putting on clothes? Where you going? What? I'm like, I'm out of here. I gotta go.
Okay, so check this out
I'm
though.
gone.
This the kicker. When I finally got tired of sitting there waiting, I'm like, let me just go guess and figure out which hospital she at. And I went to start my car up. For the first time ever since I got my car off the showroom floor in 2016, my car didn't start. And it still hasn't started. It's been 2 months. Sitting on the corner right there by Chase Bank on Brownstone. I'm down there to check on my sister.
Right now?
Oh, listen to me.
Oh, I'm
We're
sorry.
still talking about the same night.
Okay.
That the people are saying she transitioned. They're saying whatever happened down there after whoever told me to go down there, and I went down there and started snoring when I walked out the door. Cop at the corner made a U-turn as soon as I went past them. Like they ain't need to do nothing else on that corner. When I get down there, police don't know what I'm talking about. Won't even give me the hospital name. They just say just whoever was involved, they went to a hospital. So good luck. And I went in the car, sat for a little while. When I tried to start my car up, it wouldn't start. For the first time since I got it off the showroom floor in 2016 with no miles on it. For the first time ever, it didn't start. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even go look for which hospital she at. And eventually somebody reached out and said, your sister dead, while I'm sitting there on that corner
What?
in my car wondering why it won't start for the first time
Someone
ever.
said it like that, Jay.
And then it took me almost a week, it seemed like, to get it off that corner, because every time I tried to use somebody AAA, they AAA wouldn't work. When nobody show up. It was always an issue. So eventually I got my own AAA. I got my son AAA, and I had the car towed myself, and I took it to see what it'd take to get it to start. The first time it didn't start. I don't know what's going on. They told me the quote was $8,000. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't no more out of place than it not starting in the first place, or that cop being on the corner, or just a lot of the stuff I done seen growing up, being in my shoes. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of trippy shit. Pardon my Swahili. Is this a central show?
This
That's
cut.
my first time on this show.
Okay, but the name is Cutthroat.
No doubt.
Cutthroat.
Just
You
asking
ain't
on
you
Jimmy.
have you
I don't
have
hear
you
nobody
okay,
else
can I
using
have you
professionals
listened to
on it.
us?
I had.
You have? How many episodes you listened to? We had 5. How many did you listen to?
All the way through, I probably listened to 2. But I've seen bits and pieces.
I
Probably
asked my
all
brother,
5.
did he listen? I'm like, I don't really want my family to listen to this. This ain't no family show.
I used to be catching up on y'all podcast. She be in the other
This
room.
ain't no family show.
Yeah,
Don't
she be in
be.
the other room. I'd be catching up on y'all shows.
Mm,
But yeah, everything's just been out of place. There's a narrative in place. Like the police acting funny. I already got issues with the police. She had issues with the police. The pops up already got issues with the police. You know what I'm saying? Like I done seen people go through some weird stuff in the dark, man. People be annoyed. Rightfully so though. You know? But this ain't the time to be tucking no tails. And I ain't trying to fight fire with fire. Because I don't even know where I'd be aiming at if I was on that, And that ain't how I was raised. That ain't where I'm at right now. That ain't the frequency I'm on. It ain't about fighting fire with fire. That don't do no good. You know what I'm saying? I rep the village. I ain't on all that imperialistic shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, where the village at? Too many empires in the village.
It took me
Everybody
a
burning
long
down the
time to
woods
get to
in the
that
village.
place.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
took me a long time to get to that place because I swear, vengeance was mine.
Man, like,
Okay,
you gotta get back to the garden. You know, where everybody ain't no big eyes, no little U's, and everybody got a voice, and everybody's worthy.
So get back to the what?
Back to the garden vibe.
the peace garden.
You know what I'm saying?
Get
Just,
back to the garden.
yeah, the village, the garden. Now everybody hell bent on having their own personal empire. You can't knock nobody for that, but that kind of destroys community. You know, just got a whole bunch of want to be chiefs, and ain't nobody doing the work, and everybody's talking about I got more than you, and I'm having this, and I'm having that, and ain't nobody standing on no principles. Politics are overshadowing principles. What's the use of politics if the principles get lost in the sauce? You know what I'm saying? So that's why my hashtag been principles over politics, principles over profit. Eventually, we got a lot of broken promises. People, I ain't reach out to nobody for no help. People was reaching out to me and my pops, and my family just offering this and that, and people we know 20, 30 years, people we done helped to be in nice positions, all types of stuff, and everybody reneged when the cameras and the lights went off and the photo op was over. A lot of people reneged, you know. But that come with the territory. It's disappointing because that's a vulnerable position, it's a vulnerable time to be in, and I let my guard down. And now everybody just looking at me from the shadows, and it prompted me to put up that GoFundMe. Not even so much to ask for help as much as to show just just for it to be a mirror. We see as we are. So people that's right now where they at in their walks of life, stuck on greed and willing to do anything for a come up, they gonna look at that GoFundMe or whatever, and they gonna see it as they are. They're not gonna see me as me. They gonna see me as they are. You know what I'm saying? And the people that's shouting empathy and working on self and doing the work, and they gonna keep game, and they gonna tune into the frequency, even the number I chose. You know what I'm saying? It's a message behind all of that. I was just trying to get out. I feel like I'm dealing with sabotage, and people hiding their hands. So it's like, how do I get from behind the enemy lines without being combative or vindictive? And I put out an SOS card. You know what I'm saying? On the
Can you
strength,
tell them?
and you can see like it's how long it's been up.
Put,
The request was like
tell them the name of it.
$33,000. I done
Jay,
raised $700
put that name
after
up.
a 30-minute Hollywood production visual, all on YouTube. I ain't never seen a news do nothing for 30 minutes like that.
Put that name up, Jay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, I don't want to lose my thoughts. I don't.
I'm sorry.
But that ain't even to knock them. Like, they had to. It's a public venue. It's a company. Like, they got to do what they got to do. I can put myself in other people's shoes. I just need. I'm. Mutual respect is big. And, you know, like, I ain't into all the classism, high class, middle class, low class. Like, it's one way in, one way out. You know what I'm saying? We all just human at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I come from a family that know what it's like to be all the way at the bottom. No locks on the doors, no furniture, no TV, no car, no house phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. And I also saw my parents rise up to a level economically where they got to enjoy some of the spoils of that. But that ain't the pinnacle of life, you know? Because there's more miserable people at the top of the economic ladders than there are at the bottom, if you ask me. Because you got to climb them ladders, somebody else built them ladders, somebody else put them ladders there, so you subject yourself to it. And if you don't play their game, you got to play their game to stay in their game. To ride somebody else's wave and be your own way, create your own way. And so far, I haven't subjected myself to certain stuff. I'm in tune with a lot, got a lot of family and friends that's, into this and into that. For me personally, I think I'm looked at by certain people as renegade. You know what I'm saying? So there's a certain vibe that comes with that. A lot of people solid people rock with me. People who don't care about nothing, ain't got courage to be themselves. They rock with me in public, behind closed doors, whatever. When the narrative is like, and try to discredit you behind closed doors to the best of their ability, you know, try to humiliate you, get you to get in line or whatever. And a lot of people, they adhere to that. But I've never subjected myself in the first place, so I ain't gonna play them games. I dance with the mirror. Like, I don't even claim no enemies. Even with this situation going on, like, my only competition is the mirror. I lace my sister up the same way, my son the same way. And everybody take it the way they take it. But I ain't claiming no enemies. I'm dancing with the mirror. Like, my only competition is me. I'm trying to be better than who I was yesterday so that I can see through the fog. You know, I rock with the Lions. I rock with the Wolves. You know what I'm saying? Like, they try to pit them against each other. Like, you go on YouTube and see how many times you can find lions fighting with wolves. And get back to you on that. Like, that ain't nature's way. You know? And somebody else is always trying to change the narrative and have us at odds with ourselves and at odds with everybody else. Nothing. Just so they can
But I am you,
be in the cut.
and you are me.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Straight up.
But
like,
people don't see that. They don't look at it like that.
You know, see our brothers and sisters is our likeness. You know, the world be a better place. Love wins. Like, greed don't win. You know, empathy wins. Spirit over ego. People be betting all on ego. I ain't no different. I'm just human like everybody else. I make mistakes and I struggle with it all the same. Just because I come up with little bright quotes and stuff, that's for practice. Repetition. Speak it to secret. I'm trying to let myself hear what I'm trying to be on. Just like looking at a vision board or looking at some note cards or something,
Gratitude.
Speak it to secret. Like, claim it. Claim it to claim it. Speak life over yourself. Don't just wait for somebody else to do it. You know what I mean? But I ain't just gonna go.
Somebody said in a world of chaos, I'll try and say this too. I be in this gratitude space, and this guy named Big Way said, in a world of chaos, gratitude is the key to a grateful heart. So that's it.
People always ask me every day, people that do reach out, how you doing today? How you feeling? What's rough? I always mention, like, grateful. I don't say nothing else. Blessed by the best and grateful even in the storm. It's challenging, all caps, all bold letters.
Tell me about it.
You know, I ain't never been through this before. I done lost a lot of type of people.
They can do some work on
Your
you.
baby sister.
And my roommate, like, we've been living together for 8 months. At the time when that happened, we've been living together for 8 months. Everybody was saying like they was our best friend with the narratives and all that. I see none of them people. Anybody slide over there to play no spades, no dominoes, and have no clothes during birthdays.
Man,
We over there
listen,
parlaying, having
she
a ball.
couldn't even play no damn spades. First of all,
It was people there
She-
that could, though. And she decided just for the fun of it. But the narrative on-
'Cause she was-
her best
she was
friend,
at-
that's her best friend.
I don't know her best
don't
friends.
know what's going
Look,
on.
I ain't even gonna jack. Like I said, we not longtime friends, but that was my sister. That's my family.
No, she was
Like,
definitely
she was always at my house. Like, I don't even know if the plates that she was taking, girl left with whole plates out the door, and I'm like, nigga, what? She, all right, I'm gone. She like the little sister to me, like, hey, text me when you get there, type shit. Let me know when you get to work. Let me know. I'm on ass. You all right? You good? Yeah, I made it to work. Da, 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 da. Man, you know I can't do shit. Corey got me working like a motherfucker. I can't do nothing.
imagine that. First of all, I'm not getting a lot of information. I left in the dark about a lot.
Wow.
Bring their stuff. Bring her stuff to the house.
Her stuff from what? The bar?
It's like a laundry.
Yeah.
Where is it coming from? I never got entry to the place. You know, the yellow tape, the top, the
So you still don't have her stuff off her desk
I ain't
from?
never get
No.
none of her. I didn't never get none of her stuff. Eventually, stuff started getting passed around. I guess my mom had some of her stuff, like her cars. We had 3 cars at night. She left when watching the wheels. We had 3 cars at the crib. My profession, my occupation is contract driver. I drive for a living. Also I got my overhead bread brand. I offer free delivery. Anytime you want to get something from me, I'm putting up on you. So to do that, and all of a sudden that car gonna start for the first time ever. It's an $8,000 quote. But she had 2 cars too. By the time the sun came up the next morning, all 3 cars were either out of my reach or inoperable. Right now, I can only rely on a rental car to get around, and I wasn't prepared for my sister's transition, or I wasn't prepared for my car to not start. And like, just on the transparent tip, all my credit cards had a maximum limit of 300. The general credit cards. I got store credit cards with higher limits, but just the general ones that I can go swipe it, Hertz, Avis, whatever, 300 max. That's the security deposit alone. So I can't get a rental car with my credit card until I'm approved for an increase. And so far, that's been tricky. That's been a little rocky. So the only time I was able to get mobile is when I go rent a car with my debit card. And for her to be off the scene and we went half on everything, all
Wow.
her bank apps on
Wow.
her phone didn't ever come back to me. Eventually, one of her phones made its way to Mississippi from right here, and my mom has one, and that's all she ever knew that she had, but she had multiple phones. I don't know what happened to all that
She
stuff.
had
No,
2 phones.
at least 2
She
phones.
had 2 phones
Yeah,
because she
at least.
left one phone at my house one
I got
time.
multiple phone
Yeah,
numbers.
the
Like,
phone was ringing off the chain, and then my baby wearing downstairs. That's KT phone. My baby.
I'm at the crib. I'm right there on the scene. My
She.
parents live in Mississippi. I'm gonna use the first. Hit me up
Mm,
on the first contact. Like, can
mm,
you hit me ASAP?
mm-hmm.
I'm thinking
You was
everybody.
my first thought
I'm thinking
when I
everybody
heard
else finna
that.
hit me
I
too.
I had. I'm like, Jay.
Yeah, I ain't get that treatment.
Yeah.
And
I'm
her
sorry.
biological
I'm sorry.
father, I ain't seen or heard from him since we moved from Mississippi back in 1990 when we moved to Milwaukee so my parents could reconcile, you know. But he was a great dude. I remember him vividly. I remember his daughters. But I haven't seen or heard anything from them since 1990. Never seen him on social media. Never had a phone call. Never heard his voice until the week before she transitioned. My mom reached out and said that my sister's biological father wanted her personal information to put her in his will. You know, I guess to bless her or whatever. But she was adamant. She said, "No, please don't give him my information. I want nothing to do with that. I don't care what he got from me." And it wasn't even disrespect. She just declined for her personal reasons. Like, no, I'm good. Like 3 days later, they say she got shot at Brownstone Transition. And the biological father was at the funeral. He's on the program. Say he's a preacher. When I knew him back in the day, he had a tax company. I don't know how he managed to stay hidden since 1990, but then just to pop up like that, like, who put dude on the program? Not to say I got a problem with it, but she had a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't reconciled. Ain't nobody talking to me. I'm just, you know, wake up every day in the same house as her. There's only sibling I've ever been told I had. He was at the funeral. I said that was him. His family sitting in the second row behind me. My mom, my peeps, and got up there and introduced himself as a pastor and program. And after the memorial service was over, me and my mom hopped back in the limo, same way we came. We rode together and went back to her hotel, which was next door to Brownstone. Shout out to Brownstone for being courteous and looking out for my mom. I don't know all the ins and outs of that, but I do know that they definitely tried to look out for her. They tried to show hospitality. So salute for that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, before we went to the repast, we went back to her hotel. Limo dropped us off, and I saw the guy that's supposed to be my sister's biological, who they said was her biological father. He was in the lobby, just off top instantly. How'd y'all hide that long? How haven't I seen y'all on social media? Nothing like that. And he's like, well, we're gonna connect. I'm seeing you. I said, Yeah, that was like a 10-second conversation. They disappeared. I ain't seen them since. Everybody went to the second memorial service in Mississippi. I chilled. I stayed in the I ain't been in Mississippi since 2015 when my grandmother transitioned. My dad, and I went to that funeral and to that memorial service. Took my son with me, and up until this, that's the last time my son had been in Mississippi too. He went with me back in 2015, and then I went back with my mom to like do a couple garage sales. After my grandmother transitioned out of that house, we went dolo. That's the last time I've been to Mississippi. But I've been trying to get back. I missed way too many funerals.
So the decision to take her back there, that was where y'all grew up at.
Yeah, we moved here from Mississippi back in 1991. She was born in Mississippi in 1990.
Yep.
You know, my mom went to
Okay.
Jackson State. My dad went to Jackson State. I went to Jackson State. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we
Cause
come
I
from a
was
small little
like,
town.
and that broke my heart too. That broke my heart. I'm like, so this really gonna be my last time being able to see her unless I go down south, you know.
You look at videos.
I
Tell
got
boys
all
stuff like
that.
that.
Listen,
See her in your
did you see what I
dreams.
posted? Did you see what I posted today? I posted us at karaoke. I got so many damn videos of me and that girl. Some ain't appropriate, but
But if her biological father is listening to somebody affiliated with him, I don't mean no disrespect. It's all love. Like last time I saw him back in Mississippi, it was all player. Like that was my mom's boyfriend at the time. Like her and my father were just separated, but they've been separated for years, living in different states. She wasn't like I ain't knock her for doing what she was. Like do what you gotta
listen,
do. Can't nobody judge you but God, you know.
that's okay.
And then when she decided to leave, hopefully he understood when she went to go reconcile with the man that she was married with, her childhood sweetheart. Like they went to
That
every
is
school
okay.
together. Like they from the same little small town that didn't have no bowling alley, no skating rink, no movie theater, no mall. Just all of them up. We're originally from Forest, Mississippi. We just tell people Jackson because they heard us. It's like 45 minutes east of Jackson. Yeah, so I was glad to see him though. If that was really him or whatever, I was glad to see him more so than I'm like, but I was just dealing with pretty question marks, and red flags, and short thumbs sticking out.
That raspy on my life.
No doubt. But if
Are
he's
you
listening,
going?
shout out, much love
If he is,
to you and
and
your
are you
family.
going to give them the go fund or no?
He said, am I gonna what?
Give them the shirt info and a GoFundMe? No,
For the on the podcast? Oh, no
you
doubt.
better tell them now.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. If anybody want to order a shirt, whether it's a long live KT shirt or this one that I just freestyled a couple days ago, it says "Speak truth to power" at the top, and at the bottom it says "Long live KT." Reach out to me if you want something else from scratch. You want me to help you bring your idea to life?
Tell them your name.
On Facebook, I never started an official website, but I do have a business page on Facebook called Overhead Media Group, 3 words. And you can find me there. Just send me a message. I don't have Messenger on my Jay Tucker Jr. page. That's my primary Facebook page. But I don't need Messenger if you wish to inbox me on my Overhead Media Group page. I'll get that message right away and place an order, inquire, whatever. Reach out. And then the GoFundMe, you just go to the GoFundMe page, type in Crystal Tucker with the K, and she'll pop up ASAP. It's been all over the place. I've been sharing it, you know. But it's been more so for principle. I ain't looking for people that's just struggling like that to be breaking themselves just to look out. Like I ain't on no greedy tip. I ain't got no reputation in this city for getting over or being greedy like that. You know, I done did my best to keep a player on all fronts. You know, from the streets to corporate America. You know, I'm not trying to get over. I'm trying to get through something. You know,
I ain't gonna get it.
dealing with sabotage and invisible fences and stuff like that. So I needed to be able to get mobile. And after everybody, I ain't put the GoFundMe up until some seriously notable people from this city and from my family's past offered this, that, and the third from here to me, to me and to people in Mississippi. Like, we're gonna do this. So that has to be a blessing. Like, you don't have to, but it's cool. Be a blessing in this time of need. What we going through.
Man,
And they know we
listen,
look out for them, but everybody,
what did I text
like,
you? I said, what's
most of them people renege.
understood do not have to be explained.
Most of them people renege.
Okay.
But still, I'm not here. I'm not trying to fight fire with fire. I'm trying to like, call nobody out by name. Like, I had people saying like back in February, didn't have to worry about rent for the next however many months. So, I didn't worry about it. I never saw a rent bill until the beginning of April. Something came in the mail talking about 5-day notice. I didn't know I had to be concerned with it. I never asked my sister to see no bills. I just gave her my cut. And she took care of everything. Like, she just showed me everything. She handling business. She
I know, yep.
on her square. She's doing her thing.
Yeah.
You
I know.
But fast
I've
forward
been
2
worried
months from
about y'all. I've
February.
been so worried about y'all.
First thing come up from the crib is a 5-day notice. That puts me in a weird position. I'm a contract driver. I make shirts and hoodies and business cards, and I offer free delivery. I don't have a car to do it. I can't get a rental car with my credit card. Everybody flaking. Some of these people is like sitting on boards and officials and some of these moguls and just all types of stuff. But they offered all of it. We didn't ask for nothing. We was straight. Like, we was straight enough. From the first week, like when I just initially put my cash app up, if somebody wanted to contribute, I put my mom's cash up too. And when people started hitting me, first thing I did was break my mom off without her asking. I did it a couple times. Broke my son off without him asking. I'm like, what's this for? So read the hashtag, get your cash up. Long as it takes take it to 20 bucks. It's on the screen. Like, even with the GoFundMe, if you read it, it's transparent. I'm trying to be greedy. I'm trying to get through this fall. I'm trying to get through this narrative. I don't necessarily want to participate, until I feel the vibe is genuine in my discernment. So then I ain't trying to knock it either. I'm just gonna keep moving my own groove, my own speed, like I've been doing. But yeah, that's where I'm at with it, and that's where I'm at with it. A lot of people, hit me on the low. They don't necessarily want their name up there visible on that GoFundMe board, and I get it because I realize I'm dealing with politics. I realize we're dealing with politics, and dealing with a company trying to, do what it has to do for self-preservation. If I was in them shoes and something like that happened on my watch in one of my establishments, I'm telling what I'd be on. So I try to empathize with the little knowledge that I have about everything, as far as just supporting me. That's an estranged relationship. I represent the hood. I represent the village. That's part of my foundation. Like, I represent everybody. I represent the human race. At the same time, like, before anything, I represent the background I come from, who I grew up around the most. For the voiceless. Because I'm somebody that done survived a lot of, like, a lot. I survived a lot. I've seen a lot. And I ain't had to compromise my principles to still be here. I'm here by way of grace and mercy, not because I'm just cold with it and slick with it like that. Like, it's all grace and mercy.
Okay.
It wasn't grace and mercy. I'd be gone a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna overstep my boundaries.
Yes. You talking.
And that's what I'm relying on with everything I'm seeing. Like, and trying to figure out what happened to Chris. I'm relying on the discernment. And I'm open to it. I'm peeping game. I'm letting it come to me. And before I show up and just participate the way somebody want me to, show me some surveillance footage. I ain't even call dude out. Whoever they saying his name is and all that, show me the surveillance footage. Show me the surveillance footage. They showed the surveillance footage for everything else. It's at a public place. It wasn't 2 people there, no witnesses in the alley. It's a public place. All this open for business. I'm hearing, I know people that was there. Like, I know people that was there, I know 20, 30 years. Nobody can't look me in my eye and told me nothing yet. So I get it. I get it. I don't know all the intrinsics, and I don't know all the specifics, but when you're dealing with something of that caliber, it had everybody on eggshells. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Something
a
tragic like that.
$11,000 reward out there right now.
Why just 11? Then you got on TV, you got the know, the lawyers. I'm putting up 30,000. I got the gas, bro. I'm going up. Somebody send me a lawyer that want to put something on what I got going on. Somebody come holler at J Tuck. I don't bite. You know, I respect his face. I respect his stance. Like I don't discriminate. Whatever your background is, as long as we can keep it respectful. But I don't have that support. It's a political narrative, and that's another reason why I put that up there because I was backed into a corner. And I knew that would show me some stuff, not just who's willing to get money. It would show, a lot of other stuff. Even the people that's looking who I never even met. Everybody asking questions in their own circles and trying to figure stuff out. It's greedy. People that don't know me. People out here selling their soul, trying to get Grammys and Oscars. Like, that's what I got from Milwaukee. It says volunteer of the century. At that point, I wouldn't put nothing on the same mantle as that award, except for maybe a Nobel Peace Prize. I wouldn't put no Oscar next to that award. I wouldn't put no Grammy next to that award. Some people may think it ain't nothing. You know, it don't get a lot of attention when I post a picture, but I know I'm inspiring the people that come from the background I come from, that know where I came from, and they're seeing my transition, what I went through, what I didn't do to still be here. And I ain't got all the money in the world, but I got my integrity, I got my self-respect, and the people that do rock with me for real reasons and in a real way. You know, I'm great. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. So what happened to Crystal? Whatever happened, it can happen to anybody. If somebody on start, like, people don't take a stand and speak up, speak for yourself. It'll just keep happening, and just the political wave will keep bogarting everybody like it's entitled to do so. Like I'm shouting divine order or no order.
Like you got.
Like if you gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't use the word divine loosely. Divine order or no order. Correct me if I'm wrong. But like I honor divine order, and even all this chaos, I've been blessed to be able to see divine order. Like my car being stuck on that corner that long with 3 slow leaks in the tires, sitting on flat in the middle of Wisconsin. Everybody with tow trucks was greedy as hell. They pull up and swoop you fast downtown. I watch it. That's where our company is at downtown. Man, ain't nobody touch that car and even get no ticket. It's just sitting there. While I'm trying hard to get it, and then I realize I don't got to stress about it. Like something's trying to protect me, but something else is also trying to like assassinate my character the same way it tried to assassinate my father's character when he seemed like he decided he didn't want to be down with something. I don't know what it was because he always shielded me from a bunch of stuff. He just say, you too smart for your own good, and I'll never be able to tell you everything. Just stay alert and just keep game and just keep game, choke game, keep game, choke game. Watch the angles. Trust your judgment, trust your perspective, master your perspective. Perspective is more important than perception. And I've been trying to grow into that and pay it forward to other people because I see the truth in it. Before they try to demonize my stance, I don't got nothing against nobody. I got an issue. I got an issue with wicked politics when it's coming towards, like, when it's on my doorstep and it seems like it's trying to belittle me and discredit me, like I don't have a rightful voice, and like I ain't going for that. Like I ain't going for that at all.
You don't got to.
I ain't afraid.
I'm glad you
I ain't booting up.
Raising awareness. That's why I asked you to be here. That's why I asked Tori to be here. And that's why Sis is here. We all going through some mess. It's always long live KT. We gonna close y'all out. I thank everybody for watching the live. This will be posted. We post on Fridays on all platforms. I don't know if I'm gonna keep recording. That I don't know. I don't have
I told her I was thinking about getting into the podcast game.
Like our chemistry, our energy, our everything was just it's unmatched.
I got unreleased music of hers. Let me figure some things out after I figure out how to get unstuck. You know what I'm saying?
But
And
that's
it's
okay though.
Yeah, I'm embracing it
It's
because
okay.
I'm learning a lot while I'm stuck. It's
Just whenever y'all do, it's okay to take a minute though. Take that time.
I definitely been embracing it
I don't know.
and just trying to
Cause we had so much
figure
shit
it out.
planned, like so many plans, and then they be like, God be laughing at y'all when y'all make plans. Cause like I said, we supposed to be in Miami for tourist season this time, this go round. We so much stuff like my cooking and her contribution to everything. Like
Yeah, if I figure out how to run this GoFundMe up though, I'm gonna do a lot in her name. If you read the specifics in there, you'll see at the bottom my goal, in game goal. Like I just need the little something to take care of me and get out of this situation and dealing with this sabotage. But I was gonna donate the three. I'm still gonna donate because I still believe I'm gonna hit that number.
And we
Unless I
got you
just give
too.
up on it and take it down because I'm embarrassed or pride telling me to and I'm dealing with ego, but my spirit say to just leave it up. Let people laugh and other people participate. But if anybody does find it in their heart to reach out and you courageous enough to put your name on that board, that weighs even heavier than the monetary value because of what we're dealing with the human race dealing with everybody dealing with coast to coast. You can't just keep letting people walk all over our rights. Like too many people lining up to rock with the oppressors and to be yes men and shit like that. And to each their own, but I'm not one of them people. So to some, I might seem like a conflict of interest, but I ain't here to step on no toes. I just want to rep my sister in an honorable manner, rep my family in an honorable manner. I'm shouting reckoning over revenge.
and we will
You
honor
know,
her too. And we will
listen,
do a
that her
peace
name
garden.
ain't Diane.
Her
KT
name
ain't.
ain't
Listen, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be back every other Wednesday. This is gonna have to come to me. I'm not in search of anybody to, assist me with anything. But like, if I gotta rock this motherfucker by myself, I will. Um,
she always gonna be with me. Spirits never die. Just believe it's even more songs like true
Cause
believers.
you don't come across that type of chemistry that like it just it's none other.
Energy cannot be destroyed. It can
It was
only
none
transition.
other. Like it was
Only
none other
transition.
outside of this. Like we weren't just a podcast. We were family outside of this. Like, you know,
Salute to the whole long live KT squad. Everybody who ain't bashful about
long
shouting that
live
and reckoning it.
KT.
And salute to Brownstone and Queen Jonna for giving me a moment to request that at the vigil when they were shouting the crystal clear um, catchphrase. And on the count of three, she asked the crowd to say long live KT. Like, that meant the world to me. So salute to Jonna for that. You know, I don't know her like that, but I know like her and my sister grew on each other. You know, and she developed just a family at Brownstone. I ain't gonna sit up and deny that. Like they had it was a family environment from what I could see. Like, off in their own little world. Like I'm glad I got to meet her boss. He came and introduced himself at the vigil. I always wish we had a rapport a lot longer ago,
was that
a
your
lot
first
sooner.
time meeting him?
I met him once before, but he didn't remember it when he came to introduce himself at the vigil. Crystal introduced me to him in Brownstone. So I had been there multiple times, like I'm a staple in the city in my own right, in my own way. You know, and, and that's something. But I had a chance to tell him that, like, I just wish we had got a report sooner. But I'm glad, he did reach out and introduce himself and build on a rapport now. For what it's worth, and her coworkers. If it's meant to be like that, everybody that came to me to share their condolences seem genuine.
Yeah, I do.
Mhm.
I do want to say hey to my sister Kaisha. Me
Hey,
and
Kai.
Kai, you already know. I know Kai. Listen, I met Kai. I was what 20, 19.
Not 21.
I was not
Not
21 yet.
yet.
Wasn't 21 yet, but I was out here and yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah.
what up, Kai? I don't know her
Yep.
personally like that.
Hey, Kai Kai.
I kicked it with her after
Aisha out here grinding.
my partner Fred's birthday. She showed up and kicked it with our party for a little while. So we got a chance to toast. You know what I'm saying? But I know her more so for like my sister used to be at the crib. She was on the phone with her a lot. So we be having
She
our
said we didn't eat the
family
oysters
moments.
right.
Yeah, we have our family moments, and
Y'all
she got a
ain't eat it
chance to
right.
hear how I used to entertain my sister talking like a little kid and making up little cartoon voices and stuff like that. Like she was privy to a lot of intricacies just by being on the phone with her all the time. While we chilling, watching TV or having family time or whatever. She was always in her ear. So like she know what type of relationship we had at the house. You know what I'm saying? So definitely say what up to Kai. You know what I'm saying?
Hey Kai.
Appreciate you for rocking with my sister. As long as you did, and hopefully everybody that truly rock with her, love her on the genuine tip, gonna do
I
what they
know the
gotta do to
people
make
that
sure we get the truth out here. I don't come from that cloth where we just trying to see a whole bunch of people in jail. Like karma do what it do better than any human. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm stuck on the principle. I want to know the truth. I want to know what's going on. I feel like somebody disabled my car from a remote location. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they caught me sitting at the corner when I left the crib for a reason and made that U-turn. Like all of that's just heavy. That's a lot for me. You know? Like if I one day I tell the story on the podcast, like our family business, or do a documentary.
no, you didn't
You
told
know?
enough.
But I'm here. I'm trying to inspire people. That's what I'm trying to do. I ain't trying to bring no gray cloud. I'm trying to inspire people because even in this chaos, I see divine order. I see the divine protection. I see the divine guidance when I just silence out the distractions. I see it. I'm grateful. We see as we are. Like that's where I'm at right now. So don't nobody donate for whatever reason and just stay where it's at. I'm grateful because the people that put their name up there, they speak volume. That's gonna echo for a long time. I already reached the goal because they like the two people that did put their name up there, man, they hold so much weight. They hold so much weight, and them ain't just ain't anybody with their names up there. Like for real, like I don't look at nobody as average and just basic. Like we all extraordinary, but we're still human. We're extraordinary humans, and the more we rock with each other for a common goal, and try not to lose sight of principles, this world gonna be a better place for everybody. More generations to come. Right now, the shorties is catching hell. Everybody just pointing fingers. You know what I'm saying? Instead of making sure like they got them hugs and people tell them they love them, so they don't gotta burn down the hills to try to get that warmth. You know? But people don't want to have that conversation. It's just whatever the narrative is. Police brutality, it just goes a certain type of way. If they cut it off, don't talk about that no more. Then it's back to
The regulars, yeah.
everybody goes slow because they want to keep their position or the grant money coming in, and they don't want to lose their slot. You can't blame nobody because we need people that are truly passionate, organically on the inside. That's the only way we get change. It's the only way we get change. Everybody's needed. Like everybody's important. Everybody straight up. Like, but the time is now. Like I said in my sister's memorial service, when I felt obligated to get up there and say something, I felt like the spirit of Bill Phillips was poking me in my stomach. I think that was her birthday that my sister had her Milwaukee memorial service on. Like, this ain't the time to tuck no tails. I also ain't finna tell nobody to go fight fire with fire either. We don't get no solutions like that. We've been doing it like that too long, and it's just turning into more drama. More lost causes and more grieving. That ain't the way. Like we gotta figure something else out. Like we gotta really, really, really do the math. Some sacred math.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what that GoFundMe is about. I'm trying to do some sacred math. I want to give back. That's what I've been doing, and I want to do so on a bigger scale. Maybe this might be the beginnings of me starting a nonprofit because I don't never done a nonprofit before, but I believe this is teaching me something that I'll be able to utilize if I were to start a nonprofit. And I think that might be one of my callings. Just continue being a voice for the voices.
All right.
Yep.
Well, guess
So I
what?
appreciate
I want y'all to continue to look out for this podcast. Like I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do. If you guys wish to donate to Jay, donate to Jay. He gave y'all the name. I thank y'all for tuning in tonight on this live. It will be posted on Friday. Um, it's just long live KT. Like
all day.
I'm gonna rep this every day of my living life as long as I live. Like this, it don't stop.
Love on somebody close to you and love on somebody with the most of you.
Yes, love on somebody.
Straight up. And start with yourself. You can't love on nobody else if you don't know how to love yourself. You know? Make sure you show yourself the same love that you want to give to others. Show yourself the same love that you want from others. That's where it starts at. Dance with the mirror. Don't be so quick to claim enemy. Look at the mirror. Look yourself in the eye. Figure out what you don't like about yourself and upgrade it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always about how much the tags cost and the design and all of that. That's shallow. You know? Substance over shallow nothing. That's how I get down. It's each their own. You know? Everybody just every day. If you wake up, be grateful.
You closing out?
Have a great day on purpose. Every chance you
You
get.
closing out, Tori? I said, do you got something to say? I said, do you have something to
Long live
say?
the foe. Long live the 414.
Ending. You're ending. Because she's going to close us out like she always do. But
Real.
you never know.
Spirit over ego.
Here we go.
Leaders over bosses.
Which listen.
Well, y'all, this is the end of episode 2. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll leave y'all with this wonderful joke. What do you call a lesbian dinosaur?
Oh my goodness.
Wait. I like to at least think about it. Right. A lesbian dinosaur.
What do you call a lesbian
dinosaur?
dinosaur?
A butcher T-Rex.
You call a lesbian dinosaur a lickalotopus.
Only she laughed, bitch.
Right.
Hey, thank you for
Thank
tuning
y'all
in.
for tuning
And
in.
we out.
We out.